just keeps on going. And so I want to record it so that you can review it back to it. But anyway, I was trying to do it as a test because I'm going to do a hybrid course next semester. And anyway. It's connected, but with limited availability. Lovely. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to save the file. We're going to save the file simply because it's going to allow us to have access to some of the finer things about brackets. Things like color coding, things like it opens and closes the tags for you, drop-down lists, etc. So we're going to save it. If you have a jump drive, save it on your jump drive. If you don't, save it on your web page, your desktop. We're going to save it as webpage.html. Make sure you put the dot in between the web page and the HTML. Make sure you have an HTML extension. Okay, you're supposed to be in brackets. So to start, brackets. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through this kind of quickly. All this material is in the web tutorial handout that is on Blackboard. I'm not going to be doing it in the exact order, but all the concepts are in there. What I am doing is something is on this piece of paper. Okay, so it may not be in the order of this piece of paper, but once you get done, this is what it will look like. Okay, so how do we start? Got to do our dart type. So we're going to put a pointy bracket, exclamation point, dot type. HTML. Always your first line in every HTML file, dot type. Second line, HTML. Maybe. Your tags should generally be in all lower cases. Will it work most of the time if they're uppercase? Yes, but it's according to the browser. So you should always type your tags in lower cases. And if you mix your uppercase and your lower cases, sometimes that'll work and sometimes that won't work. So anyway. Okay, so next tag is going to be HTML. And remember, that's going to be your first tag and it's always going to be your last tag. What comes after your HTML? Say that again. Head? Somebody said head? That would be right. After the head comes the body. And if you have saved it correctly, those things are going to be popping up for you as you're typing. It's going to save you a lot of time. Okay. I'm going to create me some space inside my head. create some space inside my head, and I'm going to add some stuff. So what are some of the things that go inside of the head? The title, someone said? Okay, so we're going to type title. Title will show up only on your tab or on your title bar. It's information about the web page. We're going to call it computer science. Actually, I think if we're going by this piece of paper, I think we call it first. My first web page. Okay. You've got that in Code Academy, no problem, right? But Code Academy forgot to tell you that there's some other required element that when we validate things we have to have, and that is the meta tag. That's meta, and meta tags allow you to put in information about stuff. And we're going to tell it our character set. We're going to say GTF-A. So that basically lets the web page know which set of characters we're using, which letters, which number system, which alphabet system we're using. When we're using UTF-H, we're not using something unusual for us. Now at this point, I'm going to skip the CSS that's in the top. I'm going to go down into my body. At this point, I'm actually going to go ahead and do File and Save. And you see this little lightning bolt thing here on the side? Okay, that's the live preview. And the live preview allows you to see what your web page looks like. So if you click on that, you should get something that pops up in Chrome.